So Mike White has been named the starting quarterback for the New York Jets this coming week, and that is brilliant. If you're following the phenomena of Mike White, and I made a video about it, and then it kind of just it fell apart for Mike White because he got injured. But it reminds me of the Jeremy Lin kind of whole phenomenon and how the city was just absolutely going bananas for Jeremy Lin. So this whole week, uh, the Jets were non-committal as to who would be the starter. Remember, you have Joe Flacco in here now. You have Johnson, who's also a quarterback, in here as well. And, then again, you have Zach Wilson. One thing that we could put together here, Joe Flacco is past his prime. Jet fans don't want to see that. Jet fans don't want to see Johnson. I believe it's Johnson, is it? They want to see Mike White. They want to see Mike White. You know why? Because they gave him something to look forward to. 400 yards passing. When is the last time that you've seen that? 400 yards. And the Jets just want something to root for. Okay? And it does not necessarily have to be Zach Wilson. It could be Mike White. They don't care. They're not the ones that gave out a boatload of money for Zach Wilson. They want something. And if it's Mike White that's riding up on that horse, the shiny white knight, then so be it. 400 yards passing the first game. Second game, when he was hurt, he was on his way to 400 yards as well. Till he got injured. He had you could argue the few plays that he had, he would have probably most likely produced the same. He got injured. He did throw an interception prior to that, but if you look at the play, it really wasn't his fault. So now if you're the Jets, right, you're truly vested in Zach Wilson with all this money that you gave him. And let's be honest, if Zach Wilson is for the future. If he's not 100%, being that this is a lost season, why trek him out there? Let him be 100%. The injury was 2 to 4 weeks. It's 4 weeks, I believe. Is it 4 weeks? It's approaching 4 weeks. So he's right at that timetable. See what Mike White has. And you might be in a situation where you're able to trade Mike White. In the offseason, if you build up his name. Or he might be your franchise quarterback, kind of like a Tom Brady. Came out of left field and no one expected. Drafted in a deep end of the draft. And now look where he is, considered one of the, if not the greatest quarterback in the NFL. So with the time frame, with the injury to Wilson, and where the Jets are, where they're projected to be, you really don't have much to lose by starting Mike White. Listen, it could be a good problem to have if, in fact, Mike White is the answer at quarterback. I'll tell you one thing, though. If Mike White does not succeed, does not do decent, then this could be the end of his career. This could be in a sense of this could be his one and only chance to kind of step up and show the league what he is about. Truth be told, that offense, that team, looked to be a lot more lively with Mike White in at quarterback than Zach Wilson. And Zach Wilson, you can tell that he's not ready. He could use a little bit more, looking at the playbooks, taking a step back. Everything is too fast for Zach Wilson. And, Mike White has been studying the playbook. And you could argue he's been studying the playbook. He knows what's happening, but Mike White at this point just needs to learn how to get hit. Because he hasn't been getting hit in the 3 or 4 years that he's in the league. Because, he's a backup and Hasn't been in there much. So it'll be interesting to see what unfolds. Is Mike White the shining knight for the New York Jets?